So this new kid came to our school and everybody was an asshole to him. Like everybody hated this guy. And I remember something interesting happened because I was speaking to my friend and people were treating him badly. And I said, you know what? People used to treat me like this guy. And my friend was like, yeah, bro, how fucking crazy is that? You're not even like a similar level of person. You're so much better than him. And then it all hit me. This guy had just gotten off to like one of the worst starts in high school that you could have gone to. And I had done the exact same thing 1 year before, but I had recovered. And see, it's interesting. I don't think I would have recovered if I didn't have like a strong mind, if I didn't have like a lot of belief, if I didn't have some knowledge with what I'm sharing with you today. And that's one of the reasons why I want to get in this story. But the interesting thing is, bro, 1 week after, so I just did my first year of high school, 1 week after the end of high school, I was going to this concert in my hometown. I was going with a good friend of mine, and we got there. It was amazing. It was so much fun, bro. But I remember I was with a friend of mine, and this girl was really drunk. And so, sorry, not this girl, a guy was really drunk, and we were carrying him to the taxi stand. And on the way, I remember one of the girls that I had known for a few years was there sitting with two of her friends. I was like, oh, hey, how you going? I was like, look at this guy. I was low-key trying to like making fun of him, but it was funny. It wasn't like rude or anything. And I said, hey, do you guys want to come help me walk this guy to the taxi stand and send him home? They came with me and they said, oh, sorry, we were walking. There was this blonde girl that I had basically just met. And I was talking to her on like, where are you from? Basic shit. And I remember I locked eyes with her. And you know when you like give that smile, you may not understand this experience, but you will in the future if you don't already. You just like smile and your eyes lock, and it's just like such good tension, you know, like you like somebody. And this happened, and I remember we walked back to like the original concert area, and I was saying like we should hang out sometime. And then I said, oh, let me get your Snapchat, right? So I got her Snapchat. And you know that moment I was describing, you know, you lock eyes with somebody. Literally 1 week later, we were in an argument. She was like apologizing for doing something to me. And she was saying like when we were walking, like when you were speaking to me and you said something about me, time slowed down and I really, really like you. And bro, this was a fucking amazing feeling because I had just been I'd copped it for the last year at school. People didn't like me. I didn't get any attention from girls. I didn't have any really good homeboys. But here I was speaking to a bunch of lads, introducing myself to new people, having an amazing time. People respected me. I'd been in the gym for a year. I'd been like studying very hard. I'd not started my YouTube channel at this point, but I was a hard-working guy and I believed in myself that even though I've been copying it at school, I didn't get into this mindset where, that just means that I'm never going to be a social person. I thought, okay, there's things I can improve on. I improved my social skills, like don't make these jokes. My humor got way better. I became more confident. I learned how to stand up for myself. And through like that test, which I genuinely believe was one of the hardest years of my life, where everyone hated me and I was in a boarding school, and nobody was really like that nice to me. I had a few friends, but I didn't click with them super well. We didn't hang out much. And then to go to the point where this girl is like basically all over me, like she really liked me and she was basically begging me for forgiveness because something that had happened between us, which is not, I'm not mad at her or anything. I'm just sharing the story of how quickly things could change for me. I went across the world. You don't need to go across the world. You could just go to a social venue where there aren't people from your school or people who don't know you, and you get this chance. If you've been improving for a long time, something I learned is that it's hard to embrace your new self. But as soon as you go to a new environment, whether that's, you know, you're leaving your city and you're going to a different town, or if that's literally just going for like a 30-minute train to like your main city for this concert that's going on, and you're there with a good friend and you just say hi to the people around you and you're having a good time, you're smiling and laughing, you can have some fucking insane moments. Because sometimes you win so fucking big after doubting yourself, but you keep pushing through that. You win so big that you actually are happy that you went through all those tough times, people didn't like you. It becomes your self story. I'm so fucking happy that people weren't always nice to me and that I didn't have things like to me on a silver platter, because now I get to come here and teach you exactly how to do it. I'm going to be the biggest social skills YouTuber in the entire world because I'm the only guy who actually wants to help you make really good friends. I was looking for a guy. I know I'm like kind of, hopping on myself, but I was looking for a guy so desperately when I needed friends, when I needed to change my life. I was doing everything right, going to the gym, studying hard, being a really kind guy. But things weren't clicking together for me. And I wish somebody could share. It's because you also need to put time towards being a friendly guy. You also need to go out there and speak to girls, whether you're dating or not, you're religious. You need to go and make really, really close, good male friends. And you need to have experiences. You don't need to drink, bro. This holiday, I didn't drink. Anyways, this holiday, I didn't drink much at all. I actually didn't drink a single time. But I was going out nonstop. Like, I don't want to toot my own horn too much. I was going on a bunch of dates. I was having like the craziest success of my life there. I was with a bunch of boys I really trusted. They made me feel great about myself. If you're struggling with this, bro, I have a full method. I have like a written guide, step by step, how to get to this. The time that I'm describing, I wrote this guide of 1 month after, describing how I just did this crazy turnaround, mainly the social aspects. And then I also have a full guide that I've written recently, which is like my method for, when you're out with your friends, how to be super social, getting like sort of the flow state, that feeling when it's so easy to talk to everybody. I teach how to, like, that method sort of how to become really social. I'm Finn. I help young guys make really good friends. Not just shitty friends, not just a lot of friends, amazing quality friends who you actually love spending time with. It's the most important part of my life, and I want as many people as possible to be able to do it as well. A couple nights ago, I was with this great friend of mine, and we planned this night out, and there was this event. We went there, but it was kind of dead, bro. Like, we weren't feeling it. So like, we go the other place. There's this strip of like bars and stuff, and we went there instead. And I'm not gonna lie, bro, it was super awkward. It was hard to talk to people. But that was because I hadn't been out in a long while. I'd been studying for a big bout of exams. And I've still been never stop hanging out with your friends once a week. Because I remember this one friend and I would just go to the gym and eat every Tuesday. That doesn't mean, like, that meant a lot to me. That made me happy when I was working hard and not going out much. But that's not going to help you be like the most social guy as much. It really helped, and it made it so, because I maintained like a good level of socializing with good quality people over time. I still felt I could like snap back into being social a bit easier because I'd had past experience. So never stop. Yeah, my point is never stop hanging out with your friends to just go to the gym or something simple. And every now and then, especially like before you've built your social skills, you want to go to big social events, practice talking to a lot of like new people. Honestly, talking to strangers is like the best thing to do, bro. It's like an amazing skill. And people are actually really friendly if you bring the right energy. I promise, and I know you don't believe me right now from your point of view. I mean, like, there are some more depressing places, but if you're in a great mood, you're a super happy guy, you're with your friends, you're having a great time, you've been more social, it's so easy for you to just come across great social opportunities. The next night, after this first night with my boy, I had the fucking best time, bro. I'm doing a vlog on this, so you'll see exactly what I'm talking about. Subscribe to see like if the vlog comes out soon. I swear, bro. I don't want to just be a talker. I want to show you guys sort of how much fun it can be, how like actually it is possible. And yeah, I don't have much else to say, but it was a fucking amazing night, and it was a one to 100 difference with the night before, because I'd finally gotten back in my social groove. I've gone out, and it was just amazing fun, man. For a long while, I didn't have many good friends at school. The first year, my friend from like that I'd known as a kid, he came to my school a year after my first year. And that really helped me. But I still didn't have any other friends that I was actually close with apart from him. I love this guy, don't get me wrong. But you want like a few friends who, you're actually really close with, you can regularly hang out, not just one. And I was kind of starting to think, like, what's the point of me even being at this school? I wanted to leave. But when I realized I couldn't leave because I wasn't allowed to, my dad said, I decided that I'm not going to be a lonely dude. That's just not who I am. I refuse. I don't care how many people hated me before. I don't care. I'm going to make more friends. And you see, this is where, like, working hard in your personal life, gym, and your grades, and being a determined guy can be magical. When you actually put this, like, work ethic towards something important, instead of just wasting all your time trying to go from B pluses to A's or A's to A pluses, which takes a shit ton of effort. Just be happy with your B plus grades, unless you're trying to go to an Ivy League for a very specific reason that's not your parents just putting pressure on you. Then you can spend all of that time, and you could probably even get every single Saturday a great group boys meetup. And the weirdest thing is, when you have good friends, you do better because you stop. Like, bad friends will pull you completely off the track. You go out binge drinking and being a fucking idiot. Yes, but oh shit, I gotta end this video in a couple minutes. But good friends will actually inspire you. They'll get pissed off at you for not doing work. I promise you, bro. Literally this morning, my friend sent me like a bunch of messages about his business, and we were speaking, and that's an amazing feeling when you have friends that you're really close with, you can have serious conversations with, and they actually want you to do well. And it's not impossible to find, bro. There is one other guy who you can find, who you can develop with and become super successful with if you guys put your efforts together, if you guys keep improving. You don't need to be like, I recommend to be a great level guy, but even if you're like, struggling, you're finding difficult to do, like, what's the common metrics, like money, social skills, grades, physique, sports, like those things. If you're low in those metrics and you find someone else who is clearly hardworking, clearly determined, you will find one. If you're a social guy and you speak to everybody, eventually you'll find that guy. And then when he's going to naturally develop, you're going to naturally develop. And as you develop more, will become so fucking close. And if you throw in a social event, it completely changes the friendship forever. The first time I ever brought my best friend out on a social event with me, we got like 1,000 times closer, because now it wasn't just about, hanging out and going to the gym. Now it was about, like, we had to have each other's back when this guy was saying something rude to him. We have stories. We had to, like, get over that social fear together and go speak to these people, and it's weird, and we were dancing and we were getting out of our comfort zone, maybe even embarrassing ourselves a little, and we had to entirely push through that. Anyways, bro, I just want to say, if you're going through a hard time, trust me, I know exactly how it feels. Because 95% of the time in my entire life, I have felt like I'm losing so fucking badly. I thought there was no hope at one point in my life. Like, I genuinely thought it was all over. It's a little dramatic, I guess, but that's how the inside of my thoughts were. And only when I started really working on myself, and then I really tried to make good friends and be around good people, go train with my friends and be social. When I combine these two things, I swear my life it became perfect, bro. It was like, you'll see my vlogs, you'll see how much I'm laughing. I cannot even imagine. Okay, wait, sorry. I cannot stress to you enough how important it is to go out and make friends, or to keep trying, because 95% of the time, remember this to the day you die, you're going to feel like you're losing so badly, that you're a waste of space, oxygen thief, you're useless. But 5% of the time, if you keep pushing through those negative thoughts, you're going to win so fucking big that those entire 95% of thoughts become worth it. You're going to have this one moment where you have an Insta story with whatever your fantasy is, like whatever you think is really cool. You're with a super hot girl and you're dating her and you put it on your Instagram story. These moments will come when you think you're the fucking best human on the planet. And it just comes when you put in some work, you become proud of yourself, and you actually prioritize really good quality friends. If you want my personal help with anything, click the link in the description. And I have a call that you can book if you're not sure if you want to buy my course. You can just have it if you're like on the fence or interested, or even if you just want to discuss like a personal coaching package, because I would really love to work with some of you guys one-on-one. I really enjoyed coaching when I did it before, and there is like a way to buy that coaching inside my course, but you can just like literally book a call and we'll discuss it. And either way, at the moment, I'm very happy to take calls, even if you're not entirely sure if you want to buy it yet, because I won't make you the full game plan. You got to buy the course for that. But what I will do is I'll try and give you some advice verbally and have a chat, and maybe I can really help you. This is what I would love to do. This is the impact I want to have on the world. I want to make sure as many people as possible can have great friends, and I'm dedicating a lot of time to it. Thank you for watching this video, man. Have a great day. Lots of love.